Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to a slightly different video. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, I get lots of requests to do more mountain biking stuff. So if you don't follow me on Insta, make sure you do. This behind me is my brand new Saracen Ariel LT Carbon that I've had for about a week, and I've only ridden it once. I'm just about to take it out in Woburn. Now, this is the jump spot, which we're not currently allowed to ride because of COVID-19 situations, but there is a cross-country trail around here that I haven't been on for about 15 years, so just going to take it for a quick pedal around there on this beautiful evening. Before we do that, let's have a quick look around this bike. I'll give you the main spec if you like and talk through what this bike's designed for, and then we'll take it out for a quick ride. I really just wanted to put this video together because it seems that there's a lot of cyclists and especially mountain bikers that are subscribed to my channel, which is awesome. I think there's a big crossover there between car enthusiasts and bike enthusiasts, which makes a lot of sense. And in fact, today I drove down here in the RS Q8. Obviously, there was no issues whatsoever throwing this in the massive boot. So the brand is Saracen, and I've ridden Saracen bikes for about 10 years now. They've always made fantastic mountain bikes, and actually they're designed and distributed here in the UK, not too far from where I'm standing at the moment. So this is a brand new 2020 version. We're talking about a carbon fiber mainframe, carbon fiber rear triangle. The main components on it are Shimano XT, so XT cranks, rear derailleur. This year one has actually got Shimano XT hubs and brake calipers, and the brake calipers are actually 4-pot brake calipers as well, which will give me a bit more braking or stopping power should I need it. In terms of the actual suspension, well, we got Fox factory 36 forks up front, and we got a Fox Float X2 rear shock, so they're both air, so there's no springs in there. The spring is essentially air, so you can control the compression or the main compression with the amount of air that's in there. I've got about 220 psi in the rear shock, and I think about 90 odd in the fronts. We're talking 160 millimeters of rear wheel suspension travel and 160 millimeters of front fork suspension travel. So this bike, I guess you would call it an enduro or a trail bike. It's good for a bit of everything. You could take it on your downhill trails, you could also take it on your cross-country trails. My past is mostly downhill. I raced it for about 10 years, and this is just fantastic and perfect for me. And in fact, I gave up racing downhill in 2006, and I reckon that this would be a better downhill bike than my full-on downhill bike that I had back then, which was specifically built just to go downhill. These things are so good. They've got dropper posts nowadays, so this suspension post drops down with the push of a button here, so when you get to a really steep section you can just drop that, but I only ever really drop it about an inch and a half, and that's just about right. Then you've still got a bit of control with your legs, gripping the saddle and stuff if you need to. There's no gears in the front, so it's a single cog. The MRP chain device keeps that on there, and the rear, in fact, this is new for 2020. This has now got 12 speed. Back in the day when I raced downhill, I think 8 speed was the latest and greatest, so now they've got 12 cogs on a cassette, which is just insane to come so far. We've got the brilliant Maxis tires. Now actually Maxis, I used to run Maxis back in the day, and they were pretty much the best tire manufacturers back then, back in the early 2000s. What else can I point out? Well, I've actually got my Cranks Brothers clip-in pedals, so I've got these funny looking shoes on which have got cleats on the bottom which clip into the pedal. That's not a new thing, that's been around for, I don't know, maybe 25-30 years now, but people either tend to ride flat pedals, which are normal pedals essentially that have got studs on them to keep your grippy sort of skate shoe on there, or they use clip-in pedals like I do. Just makes it easier to climb, easier to get the power down, and easier for me to keep my feet on the pedals when I'm descending. I don't have a BMX background, so I'm not the best with my feet, but everything else, yeah, well, I think that's pretty much it. I've kind of covered the main features for this bike. As I say, absolutely love the color scheme of it. I think it looks really cool, and camera probably doesn't even do it much justice, but I think it looks stunning. We'll just have a look around the other side. Obviously I've got a control and shift sticker on there, compulsory on all my cars and bicycles, and I've actually got a Joe Achilles sticker on the rear triangle. And in fact, keep an eye on control and shift, because we might start personalizing stickers for people, so that could be in the pipeline. You heard it here first, people. Look at the size of that large cassette ring, or first gear if you like. That is massive. I would estimate that that is probably about a 42 or 44 tooth rear cassette. It was just unheard of when I used to ride back in the day. Anyway, we've got this beautiful surroundings aside from the jumps that we can't ride today, and this lovely weather. So let's get out and enjoy this brand new weapon of a bike. Right, so I found a little cross-country trail which seems decent, and that's kind of what makes this bike so good. It can do pretty much downhill tracks, but yet you can ride it around this cross-country track with no issues. And because it's so light, it's just so much fun. I've never been down here before, so just taking it very easy. What a fantastic track. Oh, I'm rusty on a bike. Whew. One issue I might have on a cross-country trail like this is my handlebars are full length. I think they're about 800mm wide, and almost too wide for some cross-country stuff. Hey buddy, how's it going?
Right, I went to one of those in the Alps last summer.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah, they're amazing.
I did one in green, didn't I? No, it's like same as that. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I've only just had it about a week, but
You enjoying it?
yeah, so far, yeah.
Oh.
I haven't ridden for so long, but it feels amazing. It's so light for what it is.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy it, mate.
Yeah, you too. Okay guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this slightly random video. I'm very unfit and I haven't ridden my bike for months, and I'm just feeling very rusty on it. I feel like I've got no balance and no skills. Bike feels amazing, so I can't blame that, but still it's absolutely lovely getting out on these trails on this lovely evening, and yeah, it's just getting the heart and the lungs going a little bit. Certainly need to do that a lot more. Lovely seeing lots of other mountain bikers out and about as well, and just people in general. Obviously keeping your distance, but it's still very nice. But yeah, I'll put the website for Saracen bikes below in the description, so So head over and check them out. Obviously there's lots of different price points. This one is a fairly high-end trail bike. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll make sure to bring you lots more mountain bike content over the next couple of months with some decent riding in it, hopefully. Cheers, stay safe, and see you at the next video.